Hey guys, so I'm going to do a very quick review of a graphic novel I recently finished reading. I got this out from the library and it's a Fables graphic novel published by Vertigo, and this is volume 5 and this is The Mean Seasons. Yeah, like I said, I picked this up from the library. I've read a couple of Fables books. I own the first one and then another one that's further along down the series, and I find that I can just dip in and out of these books. I don't tend to read these graphic novels in order, I just read them as and when I find them. And this one I did quite enjoy. I picked it up because it said it had Bigsby in it, and Bigsby is like the big bad wolf. So basically Fables is based around fairy tale creatures and people living in modern day life. They still have like magic and everything, and it's them living in modern day life and how they cope and stuff. So the story is kind of split between two stories really. It's about Bigsby and Snow White becoming parents. She gives birth to like a litter of children and it's how she's coping with that. And it also, they have a new mayor in Fables town, Prince Charming, and it's how he's coping and how it's not really what he thought it was going to be. So those are two really interesting sides to the story. I like in the fact the front of this graphic novel, it has a breakdown of the characters and who they are in the story. So if you have missed out a couple of graphic novels like I did, you still know kind of who's who. It gives you a little summary. But I really enjoyed this. It wasn't my favourite. I think I've read ones I like more. It was a little bit slow in parts. I do like the art style, but it did have a flashback scene with Bigsby that I thought was kind of unnecessary, because I'm pretty sure it was like a war flashback to when he was in the war and like fighting the Nazis, and I'm pretty sure I've already read that exact storyline, part of the story, in a I can't remember what it was called. I have the hang on a minute, see if I can get it out here. In this one, The Walls of Heartland, which there's a copy I own. I got it from a comic book event a while back, a couple of years ago, and I'm pretty sure I read the exact same story in this, because I was reading it and I'm thinking, I've read this before, I already know this story, I already know what's going to happen. So that was a bit frustrating. I felt like that could have been completely out of the story and it wouldn't really made any difference to this graphic novel whatsoever. But I do really like him as a character, and then getting to know all of Snow White's babies was interesting. It was yeah, I liked her story the best. It's funny because when I was looking at the reviews on Goodreads, most people said that they liked the storyline with the mayor and what was happening with the town, but they didn't really care at all about Snow White and her story, whereas I felt the complete opposite. I don't know if it's because I'm a mother. I was really interested in her story and I didn't really care about the stuff with the mayor, to be honest. There was a few other stories kind of tangled up in this, and obviously I have to read the next few graphic novels to find out you know, what's going to happen. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5, just because I could have done without the flashback scene, as I have already pretty sure. I have to flip through Heartlands, but I'm pretty sure it was in there, because I was reading it and I was like, I know what's going to happen next. So that flashback was pointless and it was a little bit boring, but the rest of the graphic novel I really enjoyed. Yeah, it says Bigsby Wolf, the father of soon-to-be newborns, and it means he visits old friends. That's when he has the flashback, when he's reminiscing about a deadly war. I think there was the graphic novel before this, there must have been a war in Fabletown, so I missed that bit. I might have to see if I can go back, and my library has volume 4 that I can read to catch up, because there wasn't anything about the war in this one, but it kept referencing it. So there must have been a fight in Fabletown before this, and then that's why there's a new mayor and all that kind of stuff. And yes, it says the new mayor of Fabletown has like a rude awakening to the harsh realities of civic administration and its conflicting demands. And for Snow herself, it means a long painful labour, a series of joyous, heart-wrenching surprises. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was one in this series that I'm glad I read, and I will continue to seek these out in my library and pick up some more. I don't really see them in I used to pick these up from Waterstones, but I don't really see them much in there anymore. So I might have to grab some off Amazon if I want to buy some. I recommend Fables if you're into fairy tale kind of retellings, or yeah, just into anything kind of fairy tale. I recommend this. I really enjoyed it. I like the characters Bigsby and Snow, and yeah, it was good. Like I said, I'm going to continue reading this series, so let me know if you have any Fables graphic novels that you specifically like. Is there a volume that's your favourite? If you've read this one, what did you think of it? Are you going to try this series? I would recommend it. I enjoy it. I even like the art style, so that's really good. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm going to stop rambling. Overall, pretty good graphic novel. I'm glad I picked it up. And yes, hopefully I will have some more Fables reviews for you soon, as I'm pretty sure my library had quite a few of them. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye guys.